All right, thank you very much, Kevin. Imagine that. No Chris Paul, and you open up on the road, and you take game one, 117-101, and you have 31 assists, which is your high for these playoffs. As Chris Paul, an innocent bystander in this one, but they swipe the home court edge from the Houston Rockets. Inside is coming your way next. Charles, Kenny, Shaq, one-of-a-kind insight, and all the highlights you could possibly want. Inside the NBA is presented by Kia. Ernie Johnson, Shaq, Kenny, and Charles, 2 days after dispatching the champs, the San Antonio Spurs.
Rockets screwed around so long that the Clippers got confidence and you couldn't put the foul. And like Kenny always talks about, they just had too many holes to plug.
Yep, and it was an inferno by the end of the game. 117-101, the Clippers, 48 hours after that dramatic Game 7 win over San Antonio, go to Houston and beat the Rockets by 16. Second straight triple-double for Blake Griffin and his third in these playoffs. And you talk about in a playoff year, in your first 8 games with 3 triple-doubles. You see Magic did it 5 times in 82 in the first 8. Wilt.
It's a great,
4 times in
no
67.
disrespect, he's not on this list.
I'm saying this is a great list, Ernie. I'm not taking it.
Come on, man.
Why would you just limit it to the first 8 games? What about the whole?
Yeah.
No, but just saying it's a great start to the playoffs.
He's played great, but let's don't go crazy.
He's taken it to another level.
I mean, like,
I can say
give the man his props.
I'm not saying that list is.
The man made the list.
Plenty of stuff you can pick apart, but having 3 triple doubles.
Well, you play more than 8 games, though. You do know how to 8
I know we will add on to that.
The first 8. 3 times. Give the man his props.
Pretty harmless stat. Pretty harmless.
Well, it wasn't
graphic.
Harmless for me and Kenny.
Well, obviously, you were taking it very personally because I guess you weren't on the list. Anyway, boy, the Houston Rockets with their turnovers. 24 in this game. In the last 2 games, they got away with it in Game 5 against Dallas because they won that game, but they've had 45 turnovers in the last 2 games.
You know, they were very, very lackadaisical with the ball. Maybe it's a week off, maybe they didn't respect their opponent. They were just cool tonight. You know, they're going through a lot. They didn't come out with the killer instinct. And, you know, Clippers just stayed with it, and, you know, they smelled blood and they won the game.
Yeah, I agree, 100% agree with Shaq. The Rockets came out, whether it was the week off, I'll give them a little pass on that, but they didn't even play with energy. Like sometimes when you don't play for a week, you don't make crisp passes, but you do play with energy. They play with no energy. Kevin McHale said it during the interview. But the thing that bothered me, man, they didn't respect their opponents. And then what happened then, Reggie said something during the game. If this game is close down the stretch, these guys all got their confidence now. Because you look down the stretch, Austin hit a shot, JJ hit a shot, Matt Barnes hit a shot. If you let players get confidence, but this game was about 2 things, in my opinion. The Rockets being very casual and not playing with energy. But listen, they didn't respect the Clippers now. They could, like, we can beat these guys.
Hey, our friend Bones, Brent Barry, is going to be working, I believe, the Golden State game tomorrow night on TNT. And he took note. He was watching like a hawk tonight, obviously, and was watching our Between Games segment, at which time you thought without Chris Paul, Clippers would not have a chance in this game. Isn't that not correct, TK? Well, then where's that tweet? Oh, here it is. On this series with the Clippers going 7 against San Antonio and now opening up in Houston with no Chris Paul.
I think the Clippers got no chance. I didn't think they had a chance with Chris Paul because they're just not deep enough. The Rockets.
In the series or in Game 1?
Either. The Rockets are one of the deeper teams in the NBA. The Clippers, first of all, this is so bad for 2 reasons. There's nobody on the Clippers can get their own shot other than Jamal Crawford. There's nobody on their team can get their own shot. You can't get a ball to Blake or DeAndre or J.J. Redick and say score. That's what's really going to kill this team.
And on we move in the Bulls versus Cavs playoff history. It is the iconic image. Michael Jordan over Craig Elo, round 1, 1989, the game winner in Game 5 of that best of 5. Now, as great a rivalry as they've had in the last 10 years or so, they've only met in the playoffs once in the last 20 years. LeBron and the Cavs knocking out the Bulls in 2010. As their conference semifinal began Monday night, the Cavs had the home court but didn't have 2 starters. Kevin Love out for the postseason with that dislocated shoulder. J.R. Smith sitting out a 2-game suspension for knocking down Boston's Jay Crowder. Bulls and Cavs, Game 1 from the Q. And the highlights go like this as LeBron and the guys trying to hold serve. Shorthanded, though Coach Thibodeau says you're never shorthanded if you got LeBron and Kyrie. And a real stinger for the Cleveland Cavaliers at home as they drop the opener 99-92. Go ahead, Shaq.
That was a good one, Ernie. That was a good one, Ernie.
Loses the impact. That's the first time a LeBron James team has not led at any point in a playoff home game. Wow. 85 playoff home games for LeBron.
He's the best player in the world. He's not going to trail that often.
They fall 99 to 92. Coors Light, cold, hard facts. LeBron and Kyrie Irving combining for 49. Rest of the team 40.
It's not enough, Ernie.
Huh? Yeah,
they have to be in the 70 range between the two.
And they got much as I like Mike Miller, he can't go out Noah or Gasol.
They have to start Kendrick Perkins.
Or he's got to go with Tristan Thompson. It's got to be A or B.
I think Kendrick Perkins.
Tristan Thompson played 38 minutes tonight, but Mike Miller can't guard Gasol or Noah.
Hey, Joakim Noah said exactly what you said when we were talking about the Rockets, and he said we came out with the right focus.
Yeah, because they understood, because if you give the Cavaliers a sign of life, if they win game 1, they might win game 2. They're missing 2 of their 5 starters, 2 of their 5 best players. When you got somebody down, you can't give them hope. You know, it's interesting, Ernie. Kenny and the Rockets beat us in a 7-game series twice. I knew in my mind there was a game that I was saying to myself, and I would never share it with my team because you never give up in a series. But I think there's always a point in a series where you're either going to win a series or lose a series. I always believe that. I thought, again, example, when the Spurs didn't win Game 6, I didn't think they were going to win Game 7. They had to win Game 6. So when we were up 3-1 on Kenny them, I said in my mind, we got to finish these guys off tonight. And they beat us. Then the series starts over again in my mind. I said, we win this thing tonight, it's 4-1, it's over. But if we don't win tonight, now we got to go back to Houston, and it's going to be very difficult on us to win back in Houston. And then Game 7 is a toss-up game.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought that you could tell the Spurs, hey, we got to come out and put our foot on their neck. And now it's a very difficult series for the Cavaliers.
And I read his mind. And I said, if we win this, no, I'm just playing. But no, I do want to go back to the Acker Jordan thing for 1 second.
Take your time. We got all night.
No, yeah. Only thing is, I know that they're looking at changing the rule.
Don't change it.
No, this is what I say,
Don't
Shaq.
change it.
If you're changing the rule, why are you penalizing the team that shoots well?
Don't change the rule.
I say this. If you want to change the rule, that guy shouldn't be allowed to play until the last 2 minutes of the game.
Listen,
he can't play from 2 to 5.
Since it's named after me, don't change the rule.
Oh, now it's named after you.
Yeah, since it's named after me,
don't even like
change
it.
the rule. I don't like it because it don't work. It didn't work. It didn't work for the Spurs. Didn't work for the other team. As you see, the guys who are the subject of.
I've been on the team with Larry Smith.
Larry
Smith, a great rebounder of all time, missed 15 straight free throws.
Leave Mr. Mean alone. I love Mr.
He's the greatest player, one of the greatest rebounders I ever played with. Okay. But I'm saying, why are you penalizing the team that can
Adam Silver, don't change the rule.
Don't change the rule, or penalize the guy who can't shoot the free throws by saying you can't play this time.
Listen.
Go ahead.
All right, so what about a guy in the fast break and he don't dunk and the fans don't get their money? Don't be penalizing guys because they can't shoot.
It has nothing to do with fans.
What are you talking about, man?
If you're on a fast break and you can't dunk and the fans
everybody can't dunk.
Okay, everybody ain't great shooters. Don't change the rules. That's all you got to do.
We're not. You know what? Why are you arguing with us and agreeing with us?
Because
because that's our show.
No, I mean,
no, he's agreeing with us.
No,
and arguing with us.
I know,
but this guy talking about, oh no, if you can't shoot, you can't.
No, because one of the rules they were thinking about it was penalizing the team and saying you can't foul a guy.
Don't change it.
Why are you penalizing the team who can shoot?
No, don't change it.
Penalize a guy and say he can't play.
Hey man,
don't change it. What?
You agreeing with us? Shut the hell up.
Yeah, I am agreeing with you because it don't work.
You know it didn't work. We'll preview the Tuesday night doubleheader, which features 2 unbeaten teams.
Hold me back, Ernie.
Don't hold him back, Ernie. Let him come over here and get this right hook.
John Wall and the Wiz. And the NBA's MVP, Steph Curry. You'll see him tomorrow night here on TNT. Meantime, Wizards Hawks tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, followed by Grizzlies and Warriors. Our preview begins with David Aldridge. So we shall see on the Mike Conley status for Game 2 of that series, in which the defensive-minded Grizz allowed 101 points to the high-scoring Golden State Warriors, who shot 51% and 46% from deep to take a 1-0 lead in that series. When we come back, San Antonio Spurs are out. What about the future? You're going to hear from Greg Popovich when we come back. Over the weekend, San Antonio Spurs were dethroned. The champs losing in 7 to the Los Angeles Clippers. And when you see what might lie ahead for San Antonio, and you look at their free agent list from Kawhi Leonard to Duncan to Ginobili to Danny Green, well, that was on the mind of Greg Popovich when he met with reporters on Monday.